hey, I kind of like this. I like this. I like being able just to talk freely and not be like interrupted, right? Because I feel as though when you feel like me at this present moment, because right now I think I'm still going through the grieving process, right? But not really, because I'm not really like grieving. I'm really angry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm angry because of what I'm hearing or what I'm feeling. Yeah, man, and the stuff that I'm hearing in the world right now, meaning like from other people about my reaction towards, my recent death in my family. You know what I'm saying? And the first death in my family. So I never felt like this before. But since I'm older and it happened in a older age, at this older state, I'm able to, elaborate and express my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And just express my emotions and what I have done because I felt this way. You know what I mean? And then because I am able to break it down like this, you know what I mean? Some people call me arrogant and saying, hey, you only want to talk about yourself. Every time we talk, we're talking about you. But then I have to express and say, hey, you got to understand that I've been by myself practically for 2 years with no one else, opinion. I mean, even at work, work home, work home, work home. I'm practically by myself, thinking to myself, talking to myself, actually, literally talking to myself, right? But then I had to really sit back and be like, yo, is this crazy? But then I realized I watched Castaway with Tom Hanks, and I watched I Am Legend with Will Smith, and then I remember watching Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone, and watching them old people walking these streets of New York, and they were by themselves, and they be walking, talking to themselves. And then I remember going through the streets of Baltimore and seeing the homeless people, and they be by themselves, just walking the streets, talking to themselves in their mind, to themselves.
I got 3 kids. Like, I need housing.
Then I remember watching also Sherlock Holmes, and he'll be in his house with a whole bunch of stuff, everything cluttered everywhere. But he's thinking in his brain, he's a detective. Then I remember Bruce Wayne and how he processed his parents' death. And I say, hey, this is very strange. I feel like a cartoon character. Or better yet, a biblical character. Yeah, that's the talking drum. What is it saying though? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right, right, cat, right. See, my cat be talking to me, but I guess my cat is hungry, so he want me to give him something to eat. Right, I'm about to put him outside because he getting on my nerves. Like cat should know how to hunt by now. You know what I'm saying? I don't let him go outside. He ain't never catch no bird, not once. That yo, so that's what I'm talking about. Back in the day when I used to see them cats, man, they be outside. These cats just like them new generation cats. You know what I'm saying? The kids that don't want to go outside and they just want to be in the house, be fed, and play the video games and don't want to do nothing outside. But not my kids. My kids want to go outside like they daddy did. And that brings me to another point. You know, when I was younger, at the age of 5, I believe even before that, you know what I'm saying? Even just as a young child, I always went outside. That was just the normal thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Go outside, go outside. So, in the beginning of my upbringing, I told you previously in one of the other videos that I was born in an HBCU. And I was born in Washington, D.C. Now, I don't want to put the HBCU on blast, but I think I already did. So, watch those previous videos. Anyway, so by me being raised in the DC area and my mother being a doctor and my father being a carpenter and them being busy people, I needed a babysitter. But my parents already had one because I'm the second born child. I'm the firstborn son, you know what I mean? But the second born child. Actually, I'm the middle child. You understand? So by them and me needing a babysitter, you know what I'm saying? They already had one because I have an older sister. So this babysitter, I believed when I came from the baby from the hospital for being delivered, and my mother brought me to the babysitter or my grandma in DC. Rest in peace, Mrs. Betty Strickland. Yes. And big up Papa Leroy Strickland and all his children. Anyway, so I believe when my mother brought me to my grandmother in DC, that's what I call her, grandma in DC, right? She said, "Hey, this is my son," right? And then they gonna ask her, "What is his name?" All right, my nickname is Ade, ADE. You know what I mean? And that's all I remember in the beginning. It's like when I wanted to write my name and I found out about graffiti and all that stuff and watching Beat Street and all that stuff and breaking and all that stuff. Yo, I was graffitiing it up, yo. ADE everywhere, yo. I was writing it on the walls. But hold on, I'm going too fast. Hold on. So my mother gave me to my grandma in DC, right? And she asked what's his name, and she would have said I did, right? So by her being from Georgia, right, but we had relocated to the DC area because her husband was in the military, and I believe she was like a nurse, but I'm not too sure. I'm not really sure of grandma in DC's occupation, but yeah, I was given to her and to look after me because my mother was pregnant with twins. You know what I'm saying? She got pregnant with twins within the same time because my brothers and sisters, the twins, is only a year and 2 weeks younger than me. So we kind of like triplets, but not really. You know what I'm saying? I got my own lane. You understand? So don't group me in with the twins. The twins is their own people. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, I don't. It's like it's really like different characteristics in my family, y'all. It's like the Care Bears or the Smurfs or something like that, and everybody have they. But that's how humanity is, though. But anyway, so she say, "Addie, Addie," right? And my mother said, "Yes," because she's from Georgia. You know what I mean? So she has a southern accent a little bit, but I didn't know anything about no accent. But she living in DC. Her children go to school in DC. They from DC. They DC children. You know what I'm saying? And I was raised by them, her children. You know what I'm saying? While she was at work, I was with her children. You understand? So I was practically raised in the beginning of my foundation of living with another family because my mother had twins early. You know what I'm saying? But that's God. That's how God works. God works in mysterious ways. And that's not written in the Bible. Somebody just realized that and was like, yo, God work in mysterious ways from reading the Bible. But you got to understand the movements of God and how God works. You know what I mean? She didn't want to get pregnant with twins, but that's what God wanted. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I got brothers and sisters today. If I didn't have them, oh my God. Yo, I got somebody to look at. Like, hold up. Yo, my brothers and sisters is not doing that. I can't really be doing too bad. And that's what Esau found out.
Chapter 28. And Isaac called Jacob, and blessed him, and charged him, and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. And God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee, and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which God gave unto Abraham. And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padan Aram unto Laban, son of Bethuel the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him he gave him a charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan, and that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padan Aram, and Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife. And
You know what I'm saying? Because when he heard Jacob and was it Isaac and Rebecca go back to Jacob and say, hey, yo, we don't want you to be with no Hittites and Amorites and Perizzites and Sodomites. We don't want you to mess with nobody but people from our neighborhood. And they was presidents like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm saying that, in my culture, Ikimogun, Yoruba, Undo, they carry it exactly like that, yo. You cannot be with nobody but somebody in the clan, yo. You cannot be with no Ijebu people, even though, yo, I like Ijebu people. I don't see no, yo, one of my friends that I say that's Nigerian, that's cool with me. They from Ijebu, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, right? And they say, yo, you a cool dude. I like you, da 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 da. But then I tell them I'm from Ondo. They be like, oh, see? But they don't have no problem. It's they ancestors. It's their mothers and fathers. Because they still stuck in the old way. And they not trying to progress to the new way that, yo, Igbos, I mean not Igbos, Ijebus and Undo, we get along. So stop it. It's all right. But we can't tell them that because they not listening to that. They're not trying to hear that. Like they don't even know why they fight. They don't even know why they don't like Ijebu people. We're like, yo, what's wrong with Ijebu people? Well, they do juju. Well, I heard we do juju too. And they have juju in Undo. And I went to Undo to find out exactly what is juju. And they told me, yo, it's like, juju is good or it's not too bad. I mean, if someone do bad to you, you can do bad juju. And that's what I be saying. You know what I'm saying? People slighted and they feel slid under the bus and they feel mad about something, yo. Maybe you ain't give them some money and you gave somebody else some money, but you ain't give them some money. So they be like, you don't know me? You don't like me? You gave him something. You didn't give me anything. You're very hungry. And they be mad, yo, and they be holding them grudges. And it builds up. You know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, I'm not in Nigeria no more, but say like if one of my relatives do something to that same person that I didn't give no money to, right? Then he would just be like, the whole family is bad. Look at this. And just be mad, yo, and be coming to and be having thoughts in his brain to do some evil to you or try to congregate other people to be bad to you. You know what I mean? Like Laban tried to do with Jacob. Because Jacob, you know what I'm saying, realized that Laban was shaky and gave him Leah instead of Rachel. Like, I don't want to be with Leah. I want to be with Rachel. But he was sneaky and he was shaky because Laban, guess what Laban means? Okay, we going to look it up. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm just going to put the definition up there. Because you get mad with me and then say I'm being
Strong's H
one of them people. But
3837.
no, it's facts.
Lavan.
And there are
Lavan.
theories, and there's theories have facts, but they are not theorems. So you have to know the difference between these things. You have facts, and these facts you can create theories, but you don't have the theorem. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I keep on telling you that people are getting let go from jail because in theory they look like they raped the girl and it sounds like it, but no, that wasn't the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? They just maneuvered some facts together to incriminate an innocent person. And you know what I mean? That's bad. That's bad. So they have to give out millions and millions of dollars, but that's not even enough. You know what I'm saying? For the mental, psychological trauma, and all that stuff he faced in jail. You know what I mean? And I keep on telling people, yo, like, yo, when I lived a crazy life. Yo, I had a teacher in Woodlawn High School that showed us the eyes on the prize. You know what I mean? And watching the eyes on the prize in high school at that age, I was desensitized, but not really. And seeing Emmett Till and all that stuff, and now they got Emmett Till on national television. Do you know what these little kids? Oh my God. And then you got white people, little kids watching it. No wonder people going crazy. You got them watching Emmett. What? Now the white people starting to understand that their ancestors was crazy and they would beat up little 15-year-olds and pummel their heads on the, you know what they did to Emmett Till? They put his head on the paddle, you know, that winding thing on the back of the boat. You know what I'm saying? That be rolling and just be rolling that propels the boat forward. They put his head there and let his head just maybe a million times. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Then they shot him in the head. Now that's an adult that did that to a kid. Now you gotta understand the world that we live in. They don't care about your children. They don't care about
working at the University of Maryland School of Medicine when he got the call.
I was
Many of the same issues he dealt with 30 years ago while on the board are still happening today. Passed with Project Baltimore Save Our Schools, and we want to hear from you.
Download the Fox 45 News app, click on Chime In,
And then send us a video of the story you want us to investigate.
how can she still be getting paid?
Project Baltimore investigates why Baltimore City Schools paid a six-figure salary to a principal who works over 6,000 miles away.
Did anything change?
Yeah. So 5 days later, Matthew sent another email, this one.
I want to go out. Put that on my record.
Tomorrow on Fox 45 News at 10.
So that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? They care about their babies. They gonna feed their babies, but they don't care about mine. They don't care about yours. So you gotta care about yours. You gotta care, but then you gotta do it a certain kind of way. You gotta be like, but then is that true? Or do you see the evidence right in front of your face? Where you see people becoming different lifestyles overnight, or is that just a phenomenon, or is that construction, or is that somebody orchestrating something, or is something going on in the world? They just giving us money nowadays, and then the people really wild, and they really wanted to take the judge life, and it's crazy out here. So that's why I am doing my part in the positivity. I'm spreading goodness to the world. That's why I come out with good music, not Kanye West. I said that in my rhymes. I'm not Kanye West. I'm not trying to bite off of him. That's why I said that. I'm not trying to buy. I'm not trying to beef with nobody, yo, because I know he came up with good music first. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the concept, so I just say I do good music too. I do that Bob Marley and that good James Brown and feel good music, and you feel good when you listen, not just with the beats. You know what I mean? The beats make you feel good, but the words make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do. Even though I use the type of dialect that I use, I speak in Baltimorean slang. You know what I mean? And I speak this way because, or I talk this way because I guess I wasn't brought up through the school system. You know, I went through the school system, but I didn't really learn in school. I socialized in school, and that's what school did for me. I was a social person. I learned people in school. I learned, and the people that I met in school, I still know them. So I get back to the Bible, and when you talk about Jesus, Jesus went to school. You understand? Jesus went to school. You understand that? So that's why you have to understand. School is important, but at this very day and age, everybody went to school. It's not like in the day of Jesus where only certain people went to school. Like Apostle Paul, he went to school. I went to school. I know certain things. I went to higher learning, but I didn't get my education from higher learning. I got it from different teachers like Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Amos Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And Dr. Claude Anderson. I learned from Umar Johnson. And I learned from attorney Alton Maddox. And I really, really learned from Dr. Oyibo. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, yo, once I heard Dr. Oyibo, it was everything just clicked. Bing. G-I-J, comma J equals 0. 1 plus 1 minus 2 equals 0. 0. What is 0? 0 is God. And once I understood the Jew and the Jew, there's good Jew, there's bad Jew. And I understand karma, you know what I'm saying? And the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the darkness and the light. You got to put it together. Then I understood the minus sign and that number 1 sign, or the I stand up sign. And when you put them together, it becomes a plus sign. So when you unify the negative and the stand up, or the minus, the flat line and the vertical line, or the horizontal line and the vertical line, and you put them together in the middle, it creates a cross. In the middle of the cross is 0, which is God. Now they say that Jesus is God, right? Jesus is the Son of God, or God on earth. But yes, Jesus is the Son of God. And the Son of God is God on earth. And this is what the Bible says. Israel is my firstborn. Right? Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Who is Jesus? Jesus was a Jew. Right? Who are Jews? The people who practice Jew. I'm done. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. All my Yoruba people come vibe with me. Ibo Eve, Edo, and Ashanti, Igala, Benny, and Fulani. Where you at? Where you at? Come oblige me. Always speaking of you highly in my writings. West Africa, I see your roots sprouting around a lot of thorns and weeds which choke up the seeds. The message they receive don't come from niggas like me. They come from people like them. That's why they deceive. I speak the truth to the youth, but they don't believe. I got the flow that y'all need, so listen to me. The richest people on earth, open your eyes and see. Street cars been whitewashed, yeah, they look like me. A pharaoh in my own right, living overseas with my peoples in they cities and they under siege. They was asking y'all to go, now y'all can't leave. Oppressed by another group, forced to pay a fee. Taxing me for what? Nah, I don't agree. There's no America if it wasn't for me. Africa. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations. New creations, great vibrations, new sensations. I'm big in other West African nations.